What's up, YouTube? It's Mar, and today I want to bring you guys the first edition of my daily cryptocurrency market recap videos. Today is going to be the first day that I've uploaded in a while, mostly because I just got a new computer and I've been having a lot of stuff going on with school and stuff like that. So I apologize that I have not uploaded for a while, but hopefully I can get these out every day for you guys. It might be kind of busy, so if there's big news out, I'll do my best to put a video out, and hopefully you guys can keep up to date with the market pretty well with these videos. I'm going to be going over a lot of big picture stuff as well as coins I'm watching right now. So you can see I have a watch list on the right where those are going to be just a couple of coins. I'm going to update them every day or every week whenever, just coins that I'm watching where you're definitely going to see some price action in the next couple days or weeks. So to start off, in this episode, I kind of want to talk about a couple big picture things, what's going on with South Korea, and then I'm going to get into some of the coins I'm watching right now. So hopefully you guys can sit back and enjoy, and if you do enjoy these videos, make sure to subscribe. I'll have plenty of these coming out in the near future, and yeah, let's get into it. So what's going on with South Korea right now is that really South Korea is quickly becoming the center for cryptocurrency. Is really becoming what I don't know how to pronounce his name, I apologize, on Twitter, but I found this thread on Twitter about how cryptocurrency could become adopted and will possibly become adopted, and in my opinion it's going to be likely that it's going to get adopted in some way, and how South Korea can be a major role in that as the patient zero, he calls it, of cryptocurrency adoption. And what I mean by adoption is really more than just citizens knowing about it and buying it. I'm talking about them valuing cryptocurrency more than they value their own fiat currency. And what I mean by that is that businesses would prefer to accept cryptocurrency because of the deflationary and typical rise in value that they have, and prefer to accept cryptocurrency instead of their fiat currency. So I think that's going to be a major thing of how cryptocurrency becomes adopted. But what he's looking at is how people are actually buying it and know what it is, and you've seen in the news lately how South Korea stood up to the regulation that the government was going to put on it. That plays perfectly into what he's saying. So what he's talking about is how in South Korea right now, there's about 30% of people own cryptocurrency, and that's the working class. So that's their major part of their population. And what he's saying is that when you compare it to the internet bubble, I'll get into that in a second. When you compare it to the internet bubble, what he was talking about is there was a trip. It was some famous trip by these two market researchers who basically, when they were trying to understand how social networks and the internet would develop, they found that first of all, they found Facebook, Twitter, Yelp, and Uber. They were very early investors in that, and they were able to identify that those were going to be winners of the Web 2.0. And what they found was that when 10%, that's their numbers, 10%, when 10% of the population starts to really believe in something and try and, I don't want to say like, I guess I could say adopt it, but really go into something and start to believe in something, the rest of the population starts to follow. So he does talk about how the people stood up to the government regulation, and basically he's saying that according to his numbers, South Korea already 30% own cryptocurrency and are using cryptocurrency. So we're way past the 10% tipping rule, as it's called, and something else called the minority rule. You have to read more into what he's saying to look into that, but I find it really interesting that how South Korea is quickly becoming such a big role in cryptocurrency. And why I think that's interesting and why I should pay attention to that is because of coins like Icon. And if you don't know what it is, it's basically called the Ethereum of Korea, and it is right up there on the top list. I believe it's ranked 23. and you can see it's going for about $4.02 right now, down from its January highs, just like everything else, of about $10-11. And why I think that this is important is that if you take a look at the markets, you can see that there's no Korean trading pairs. Now, if you typically take a look at Korean trading pairs, you can take a look at some of the top coins, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Koreans really like cryptocurrency, and if you take a look at the Korean fiat, it goes for a premium. You can see it trading here for $11,300 versus the USD pairs, which are more around $10,300. So big 10% difference in what the Koreans pay, and that's across the board. So it's a premium, and that basically what that means is that there's a lot more demand coming for Bitcoin in Korea, and that's across the board. You can see it on Ethereum. Take any of these and take any of these cryptocurrencies and look through the pair, and you'll see that the Korean price of the cryptocurrency is usually definitely at a premium. And so you can see that by Icon not being listed on any Korean exchanges, I think that's very bullish for them. Once this gets into the Korean markets, I think Icon can really take off for a couple reasons. First of all, it's a really solid technology. I believe they can do about 9,000 transactions per second through the Loop technology. I haven't researched this a whole bunch, but the point of all this is that the probability of this getting listed on Korean exchanges is very high at this point. So personally, I would definitely take Icon as one of my to list this. One of the parent companies of Icon actually owns a Korean exchange, so I could not see this going much longer under the radar. And what basically this post is saying is that in 1988, the Asian financial crisis happened, and what happened was that the Korean government asked people to donate gold as well as money to get them out of debt, basically. And when all the Korean people saw that, they basically rallied behind it and got them out of debt like one of the fastest possible. So you know, with 30% of South Koreans owning cryptocurrency, and this not being on any cryptocurrency exchanges, I think it's a very bullish case for it. And you know, the point of this is to say that the Korean people really like to rally behind their own technology, and when you have a coin like Icon being developed there, I really think that this is flying under the radar, especially in their own markets. So next up, this is also on my watch list, is Bitcoin Private / Z Classic. Now, why this is a big deal is it's a really safe trade to make, in my opinion, right now, considering it's really in this consolidation pattern, down from the highs actually in February, off this last couple days of bearishness, where it's basically down from about $200. This is a little bit of a late trade, so if you wanted to get in, the ideal time would have been about a week ago, or about 2 weeks ago actually, where it was at about $100. But I don't think that you're too late. I think that there's still plenty of time. This has been hyped up a lot on Twitter, so if basically what's going to happen is, if you own Z Classic on in 4 days, 14 hours, you will get a 1-to-1 snapshot for Bitcoin Private. And I know that this is just one of those, and to you guys this might just be another fork. I personally didn't claim any of my Bitcoin God, Bitcoin Super, any of those forks, because they personally just, I don't think they have any value. I didn't even see them really get listed on any major exchanges, but I think Bitcoin Private will be listed on Binance. I think they did submit their application. So this is definitely something to look into. I think this will be at least a little bit more successful than some of the previous forks going on for Bitcoin. And again, it's not holding Bitcoin. You're going to have to hold Z Classic for this one. And it's basically a fork of Bitcoin for private transactions. So, I don't know. I think that this one's interesting. It's kind of, it's Z Classic. There's going to be demand for it in the next couple days as people continue to learn about this. So, it's possible that the price keeps rising, as well as Bitcoin private could come out and it could be a couple $100 maybe. I'm just speculating here. I have no idea what it's going to launch for. It's going to depend on what exchanges it gets listed on and how much hype there is around it. But that's something to look at. It's basically the rest of this is profit once the snapshot is taken, and you probably gonna dump your Z Classic as soon as possible once this happens, because this could dump right after. So next is VeChain. This is also on my watch list. VeChain I've owned actually for a while. If you follow me on Twitter, you were able to get in, or if you followed my suggestions about this cryptocurrency, this is personally one of my biggest holdings, which is VeChain. Now, if you guys don't know what it is, it's basically a supply chain management cryptocurrency, and what the Coca-Cola kid is saying, if you don't know who he is, he's basically an insider at VeChain. It's not confirmed. Nobody really knows who he is, but every post he's made on Twitter has been completely accurate. And what I mean by that is VeChain was announcing their economic model, which means that it's similar to Neo, where you hold the token and you get paid a separate token, which is gas for Neo, or VeChain Thor, what it's going to be for VeChain. You're going to get paid dividends basically in the gas token. He announced, he called that 4 days before VeChain even announced it, made it official. So he's clearly knows someone maybe in VeChain. I'm not sure what it is, but he puts out these riddles, and what I think is interesting, VeChain is rebranding right now. It's February 23rd, and on the 26th, VeChain will be doing a major announcement. It's going to be a rebranding, and I think that what is going to happen, I'm not sure about what's going to happen with price, but what he confirmed, or basically confirmed, is, well, someone replied, the Yida China Holdings, this is a confirmed partnership now. So I'm not sure if this was like, I think that this came out right about the same time, so I'm not sure if he confirmed this or if VeChain announced it and he confirmed it, but he was right about this one. The Yida Holdings, this is like the number 7 real estate development company in China that they partnered with. This is a confirmed partnership. Now the interesting one is BMW. Whenever someone calls it or comes onto what he's trying to say in his riddles up here, he confirms it with a "you have seen." So someone said BMW, and well, it's very possible that on the 26th, VeChain could announce a BMW partnership. According to him, it'd be confirmed. So we're gonna see about that. It's possible that they don't announce it then, and I really think that this is really priced into it's really priced in at the moment. So you can see in the past, like, I think 7 days this has been out, or past couple days, that VeChain's been really rising a little bit. I think it's up about 20% total in the past couple days. So it's really fluctuating here, but I think that you're definitely going to see a lot of price action on the 26th. Either way, it's either going to sell off because VeChain already said it's on the 26th, and typically when that happens, you have people buy the rumor and sell the news. So it's very possible that VeChain sells off on the 26th. But it's also very possible they have some surprise partnerships that they haven't announced on the 26th, and then it could skyrocket. So I'm going to be holding through all this. I'm not going to make any moves on this. I don't know what's going to happen, but I can just about guarantee that there will be a lot of price action on VeChain on the 26th. So moving on, I want to talk about exchanges a little bit. This is in the news that SegWit is now adopted on Coinbase. It's about 25% of transactions right now are SegWit, and it's going to be rolled out 100% of transactions around next week, I think they said. So that's really good to see. They are on the big picture of Bitcoin, talking important for Lightning Network. So really great to see the what is biggest company in cryptocurrency right now getting on board with scaling Bitcoin. Also talking about exchanges, if you want to go sign up for the Kyber network, this is a decentralized exchange that allows trading ERC20 tokens, so Ethereum tokens. You can trade right from, say, Omise Go to your request tokens. You can skip right over the Ethereum pair, and it's got a lot of liquidity, so it's gonna be a very quick trading platform. Again, it's a decentralized exchange as well, so really a lot of benefits to use this. I think that this exchange is really going to be huge, so go sign up for the whitelist. This is also kind of on my watch list. I've been holding Kyber for a while now, so it's really great to see that they are making progress and it's going to have a working product here. Finally, I think that's about all I wanted to share. Robinhood actually announced that they are putting out crypto trading now. That is live. I think there's about 1.3 million people trying to get into cryptocurrency according to Robinhood. So, that's a lot of new money coming in. It's great to see that Coinbase finally has a competitor in that, and Coinbase hasn't had the greatest reputation as of lately, so this could be possibly a viable solution to that. They've already listed about 16 cryptocurrencies, including Omise Go, Stellar Lumens, Litecoin, all those different cryptocurrencies in the top 20. So this is really going to be interesting to see how people react to this and how new money comes in. This is a really great advertisement too. You can see all the Moon, Lambo type commercial going on here. I won't play it for you guys, but I did retweet it, so if you guys want to go follow me on Twitter, go check that out. And I've been talking about VeChain on here since it was $1, how it would perform better than everything else in December and January, and I was able to call that on the nose. So if you guys want to go check out me on Twitter, make sure you go follow for some of the stuff I don't put it here on YouTube. And hopefully this was a good first episode for you guys. Hopefully you guys will come back for the next one. And I appreciate you guys watching this far, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.